tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your Schoology courses. Like we did last spring, we will have a consistent structure for Schoology so that students and families can easily navigate between classes and understand what is expected of them each week in each course. Okay, before we get started, I want to show you what it will actually look like when students navigate to your course. So when students click on courses, and they click on your course, the first thing that they should see is the Reoccurring Teams meeting link. The page is going to be titled Live Class, the days of the week that you have that synchronous live class and the time, as well as that Reoccurring Teams meeting link. Right below that, they'll see a folder for that week with a really simple calendar in the folder description. That really simple calendar is going to include the times for that synchronous live class, as well as the independent work or asynchronous work for that week. Notice I've also put these little icons in to show whether that activity is in OneNote or Schoology. And then right below that is the previous week's folder. Remember that every Sunday night, you'll move that previous week into the previous week's folder. If I click into that week's folder, I'll find all of the Schoology activities and assignments for that week. This is also a place that you can put those breakout room meeting links. So what you'll do, and I'll show you how to do this, but you'll just create, I've just done this in a SharePoint document, but just a table that you can copy and paste, and you'll create those individual Teams meeting links and paste those in, and then you can make a list of the students' names that you want in each group. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but this is what it'll look like when students click into it. So that's how they can get to their breakout room. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that you need to know is that you cannot link your courses this year. I know that for many of us, we love linking our courses that have the same name because then we can create one assignment and update multiple classes at once. The problem is that because we are including this really simple calendar that has the live class time, that really does need to be unique to each period. So do not link your courses. So I'm going to jump into a blank course because I want to set up all of this. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to set up that Reoccurring Teams meeting link. So I need to know when this synchronous live class is actually going to happen. So this is third period. So if I look at this, it's language arts, 8th grade, semester 1, and then the number before the letter A is the period. So this is third period. That number at the end is just the number of students so far. So obviously not all my students are in it. So I'm going to come up to the schedule that Marnie sent out that has the times of your classes. So third period is from 1:25 to 2:15 on Monday and Thursday. So I'm going to come here and I want to just create a page. And I'm going to title that page Live Class. I'm going to do Monday/Thursday, 1:25 to 2:15 p.m. Okay, so that students know exactly when that is. Then I need to get into Outlook. So this is how I'm going to create my Reoccurring Teams meeting link. Okay, once I'm in Outlook, I'm going to come down to the calendar. I want to come down to the 14th of September because that's the first day of school. So I have already created this link because I've tried this a couple of times. So I'm going to delete that real fast. Okay, so I'm going to come to the 14th of September. Oh man, it's still there. If it's first, second, and third period, you'll create this link on the 14th of September. If it's fourth, fifth, and sixth period, it'll be the 15th of September. So I'm going to double click in the 14th. I'm going to title this period 3 live class. And then I'm going to change that time to 1:25 to 2:15. And I want to repeat every week. And I want to repeat on Monday and Thursday. And I want it to be a Teams meeting. So because I'm in Outlook Online, my Teams meeting link doesn't pop up right away. So I'm just going to click Save. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in, because if you were in the Teams training today, you'll know that she said that we wanted to change these meeting options. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to change the meeting options. Okay, and I want to make sure that only I can bypass the lobby. And I actually want everyone to be able to present. You can decide if you want to be the only person that presents. I want everyone to be able to present. So I'm going to click Save. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this. And I'm going to go right click, copy, or Control C. And I'm going to come up to Schoology. I'm just going to paste that there. Okay, so now, oops, I messed something up. So I'm going to come back up to edit. The one thing that is really important about this is that you come down when you're in edit mode on this page and you click the little ABC, which displays inline, and then click Save so that it actually is living on the Schoology page. Great. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a folder for that week. Choose the color, and you're going to title it the dates for that week. So September 14th to the 18th is that first week. And then I have included in this email a document that is titled Template for Schoology Calendar. And in it, I just have a really simple table that you'll use, and you can just edit this. So you'll change the live class time, and obviously you can change what the asynchronous or independent work is going to be for that week. So I'm going to copy that. So Control C or copy. And then I'm going to paste that there. So I'm going to, in Schoology, when you paste anything, it's really important that you remove the formatting. So I'm going to go Command A, which highlights everything, or Control A. I'm on a Mac. And you're going to come down and you're going to clear the formatting. Okay, so each week when you do this, you won't actually need to have that Word document anymore. You can just copy and paste it from the previous week's folder and then just edit that independent work. So that will probably be the easiest. Okay, so now I want to add those icons. In that email, I also attached the image for Schoology and the image for OneNote. If you are only using Schoology, if you're not using OneNote, you probably don't need to put the icons in there. You certainly could put an icon for Schoology every time, but you probably don't need to. If you're using OneNote and Schoology, I would put the icons in. So you come down to this Insert Content and Image. You'll want to make sure that you've saved those images that I sent you to like your desktop. So you go Attach. I'm going to come to my desktop. I'm going to find those images. So I'm going to start with OneNote. It's going to pop in really big. I'm just going to click on it and hold the Shift and just minimize that pretty small. Okay, and I want that guy right here, and maybe this discussion is in OneNote as well. And now I want to add the Schoology one. So I'm going to come Insert Content, Image. Again, really big. So I'm going to hold the Shift down, just minimize that. Make it even a little bit smaller. And then all I'm doing is I'm just copying Control C and Control V, pasting it after those activities. So this is just so that students have an idea if you are using OneNote, where that activity is located, so that they know that they can jump to their class notebook if it's in OneNote. Cool, so then I'm going to click Create. delete some of that space, click create. So now I have this cute little table. So now I want to create in this folder, I want to create those breakout rooms. So what I'm going to do is, you can do this in a Word document, you can do this in a SharePoint document, in a OneNote document. So I'm going to insert, I've already done it here, but I'm going to insert a table. And I actually like to have the breakout room descriptions at the top, but you can do whichever you want. You can do it down the side. So I'm going to do 6 breakout rooms. You are welcome to do 8 if you would like. So I'm just going to title that. Okay. Just going to do this once for you. I'm not going to show it to you a bunch of times. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to Schoology, and I think this is the easiest way to just get a random Teams meeting link. So I'm going to come down on the side of Schoology to Teams meeting. I'm going to create a meeting link. Does not actually matter what time you give it. This is not going anywhere. I'm actually just titling it number 1, for this is breakout room number 1. And then I'm going to click create. And then once it's created that, I'm just going to come over where it says join Microsoft Teams meeting. I'm going to right click. Oops. We're not going to go there. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to copy link address. Okay, so now I'll come up to this random document. I'm going to highlight the title of breakout group number 1 and right click and click link and paste that hyperlink there. So then when students click on that, it's actually going to take them to their Microsoft Teams meeting. Cool, we did it. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're just going to copy that table. Once you've got all of your breakout rooms in there, you're just going to go Control-C or right-click and copy, and then you can actually, in Schoology, you're going to want to do that in that week's folder. You go add a page, and then you can just title it there, and that link is there. I'll show you that link works. Since I click create, that link works. Okay, so that's a hyperlink. You could absolutely, if you want this in line, like we did with the other links, you could have that at the top so that when students click on that link that they can actually see it. They don't even need to click into that page. That's fine as well. So that's a place that you can put those breakout rooms, and then obviously any of your Schoology activities, quizzes can be in this folder as well. Okay, the last thing is very easy. You're going to create another folder, pick a different color, and you're going to title it Previous Weeks. No description necessary. Cool. Okay, so now my Schoology course looks exactly like my other one. It is going to be a little bit of work for us on Sunday nights to edit this calendar for each of our 5 individual periods, but I do think that it is going to be so helpful for students and families to be able to see this really simple calendar and just plug in those dates, those times for live class or synchronous live class, and then the independent work or asynchronous work for that week. Okay, get started.